Hi everyone, today we'll be making goat meat jollof rice. You're going to need fresh tomatoes and pepper, ginger, onion, and garlic. You're going to blend them together, boil them, and you get this consistency, not too thick, not too runny. You're going to get your bay leaves, your black pepper, tin tomato, tomato puree, spice blend, thyme, Cameroon pepper, and seasoning cube, as well as salt. Go ahead to put your fry pan or pot on fire. Add whatever type of oil you like to cook. Chop a bit of your onion, garlic, and ginger. Let that fry. You can just let it simmer for a while or you allow it burn. I like to let mine burn because I like that kind of taste in my stew. It's not going to taste bitter whatsoever. Then I scoop it out. Then I go in with my tin tomato. I'll scoop everything into the fry pan. Then I'll make sure I let it fry very well. Letting this fry helps the oil turn red, and you do not need any spice that helps your stew or your jollof rice to be red. Allow this fry very well. When you think is enough, you can bring in your blended tomato, your blended and boiled tomato, pepper, ginger, garlic, and onion into the pan. Allow that fry. I didn't think it was enough, so I brought back this packed tomato. This one is really smooth, and I poured that in. I made sure I emptied all of it because I feel like the rice I want to make will be a lot. So I poured that in. Then I went in to stir the pan so everything can mix together. Remember, here I haven't added any seasoning, so now I'm going to go in with my washed bay leaves. Make sure you wash your bay leaves, guys. Make everything clean. Don't just buy it like that and put it in. Then I went in with seasoning cubes. I didn't use all the cubes I showed you guys from the beginning. I used what I desired. I went in with my spice blend. This is what people call curry. Then I went in with dried thyme, added Cameroon pepper. Then I went in with black pepper. This is not compulsory. It's optional. Just do what you desire. I just like it in my food. And when I was done adding, I decided to stir together to make sure everything is well combined. Stir very well. Then I went on to taste. Tasting is important just so you know if the seasoning you've put is enough. And salt wasn't there from the onset, so I put the amount of salt I wanted. You can go in with way more. I sprinkled in some diced or cut onion into it, stirred it together. Then I covered it to boil or fry, whichever one you want to do. So I went on to focus on my rice. This is the rice I'm using, and here are what the grains look like. I washed it. You can see how clean the water is. Make sure you wash your rice very well. Then I allowed that to air dry. Time for me to fry my rice, guys. I like frying my rice. It's not compulsory. You can as well just pour everything into a pot and let your jollof rice or let your rice cook, but I like to fry. Frying helps the rice not stick together. So I used the oil from the stew and I added a bit of oil. That way I'm putting less oil into the rice, if that makes sense, because it could have gotten too oily and I don't want my rice to be very oily. Fry this till your rice is single. Bring a new pot or use whatever pot you like. Pour in your stew in the pot. When I was done emptying this, I added water. See, with water you can actually do little by little, but I just went in with this the bowl size, mainly because I know the amount of rice I'm preparing is a lot, and I know I'll still need to add water in the future or while this is cooking. I stirred that together. I tasted it. Salt was not enough. Here I just eyeballed it and poured the amount of salt, so please be careful so you don't put too much of salt. If not, your rice would be very salty. I poured in the rice, then I stirred together. I could tell that the water was really small, but I was like, never mind, I can come back for that. Put your foil paper over the rice and cover. Allow that to boil. Let it cook for 27 minutes. Then you can come back to check what it looks like. And here's what I have. It's not entirely cooked. I just checked it out to see if there's still enough water inside, and there isn't. So I went in with 2 cups of water, this shot glass size. I poured that in. I'm still cooking on low heat. Then I covered it up to cook for extra 30 minutes. So I cooked my rice on low heat for 57 minutes. And here's what I have. Next, I have to prepare my ASUN. So I need to cut my pepper down. You can use more pepper if you like, but this was the amount I wanted. I don't want it too stewy. I just wanted it to be more like a garnish, if that makes sense. You don't have to cut pepper with your hand. You can wear a glove, or you can use fork and knife to cut it. I dice it to my desired size. I already have chopped onion on one side. Then I poured in oil in my fry pan, poured in the pepper that I chopped. I gave it a good stir. Then I have like chopped onion on one side, which I'm going to welcome into the pan soon. That's it right there. Then I went in with Ninja Pot by Maggie. This is not salty, it just has that prawn or crayfish taste. I really like it a lot. Then this is the goat's meat that I'll be using. It has already been cooked, and I decided to chop it and use the air fryer to make it cook further. Then I mix it up together. This alone is what we call ASUN. You can add more pepper and more onion as you desire. You can also add more spice as you like. I didn't want that because my rice was already good for me. Allow that boil, then I set it aside, scooped out the amount I wanted into the fry pan, and also put in the amount of rice I wanted. You can decide to pour everything together and mix that as a whole, but I like it in batches, mainly because everything gets to mix well, and the rice is single, a lot more single or well fried, if that makes sense. I turned this till I was okay, allowed it to still cook on low heat, and here's what you have, guys. Such a beautiful looking rice that is so nice, tastes so good, smells so good. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, with each meal you get better. We are all cooking to survive. We don't love cooking, it's just necessary. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next one. Bye.